Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some sad news today with the confirmation that L Surprise OMG Fierce has been cancelled, which includes the series 2 dolls that would have come out earlier this year. So let's get into it. We actually got news of this confirmation thanks to @darko_dark on Instagram, who actually did the previous illustrations for the OMG Fierce line. Here in this new post where he shared the illustrations for Kitty K and Candylicious, he wrote in a caption, "Here are the 2 last official illustrations I did for the LOMG Fierce doll line of Kitty K and Candylicious. Sadly, these 2 dolls won't be released because the LOMG Fierce line has been discontinued. This doll line is one of my most favorites, and it has so much potential. I had the luck to illustrate them, and I truly enjoyed every second of it." So there you go. There's the confirmation of the illustrator himself, @darko_dark, who's done a lot of illustrations and artwork for a bunch of companies and is super talented. So I'm glad that, at least he got to work with this company, MJ, and of course he will still work with them. Just the Fierce line has been no more. It's no more. It's been discontinued. So why? What happened? I mean, obviously we can talk hours about and speculate why it has been discontinued, especially with series 2. I mean, they had produced a couple of the dolls because we saw the leaks. You know the leaks, what I'm talking about. We saw the leaks, so people got them early somehow, somewhere. So they were produced to some extent, but they were never officially released. So what happened? I mean, they could have just released them. Even if it was later, they should have come out like July this year, but they didn't. They kept getting pushed back. And so, yeah, a lot of people kind of started guessing and joking that, oh, Fierce got discontinued. And I guess, after one series and one special edition doll, yeah, they got discontinued. Series 2 doesn't even really count because they were never really released. So that's really sad. So yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just a really sad thing because, I mean, Fierce had such potential. I agree. I mean, the face-ups were gorgeous, the higher quality outfits, the bigger scale of the body, it just all kind of gave more collector vibes, and it just looked more fierce, more aesthetically, pleasing, and it just like the fierce glam. It just was really something new and unique, and it really sucks that they got discontinued. I'm guessing because series 1 didn't sell enough, or Cleopatra was too expensive. Overall, the prices were expensive. The series 1 doll cost around 36 something, 37. That's the price that you can find them at. That they were originally at the official LO Surprise website. They have been lowered to 20 something on the website, so they are cheaper now, but the original price was something 30, so they were definitely much more expensive than your normal average dolls. And with Cleopatra, I mean, she cost like 100 initially, or something around 100, and she's also been marked down, so she's cheaper now as well. But like, basically these dolls were very expensive at the beginning, so I guess that really just made people not want to buy them, especially maybe families that would usually buy OMG dolls because they were too expensive. And that really just left the collector base of fans to buy these dolls, who some of us did, but I don't think, again, they sold enough, which really goes to show that the marketing and the distribution and perhaps the price it was just too much. It was just too much at once. It was too many differences. It was maybe too adult for kids, and for adults it was maybe like still too quick kid quality. I don't know. I really don't know what, like, there was a disconnect for sure, but I'm not sure where, because they were marketed like with the descriptions as collector items, but then the prices are like more expensive, and then they're still like OMG dolls, so kids are still gonna like them. So it's like kind of like they're meant for adults, but like, are they really? They're more expensive, and they're still like OMG dolls. So like, are they really adult dolls? Like, I don't know. But yeah, there was definitely something that just didn't work out. Kind of ironic, because with series 2, a lot of us were really into the idea of these new dolls, Kitty K, Candylicious. Like, a lot of us were definitely gonna get them if they had released. So I think if series 2 had come out, they would have definitely helped the Fierce line. They would have probably brought in sales more, and it would have probably gotten a series 3. But series 2 isn't coming out, so it just kind of is very sad that they didn't even get to release series 2 to really give fans another chance to perhaps buy more of them. So I don't know. I mean, they're discontinued now. Fierce Dolls series 2 isn't coming out. It really is sad. I was so looking forward to Kitty K. She's so gorgeous. Any leaked images. Candylicious as well. Candylicious was like the one of the best Fierce OMG dolls, like OMG doll period, that a lot of people were wanting to get. Like, she just was so fab. So it really is so sad that she's never gonna get to see the light of day. Like, she's not gonna get to be bought by any of us. And it does make me wonder, like, how did the people who did get them early, like, how did they get them early? Like, where did they get them early from? Can I get them early too? Like, I don't know. Like, I guess they got them early from like the factory itself, and it wasn't meant to be released yet, but they got them. So some people have these, like, some people have Candylicious and Kitty K. Like, some people are lucky enough to have got them early, and you know, so they do exist, like, but they're just not officially released. I just imagine being one of those people who had them early, you know, like, just imagine, like, they must feel so lucky. They must feel so lucky to have some of these dolls that are one of a kind now. They're definitely like just rare. Like, they're not even supposed to be released. So they must feel amazing. I'm jealous. So yeah, seriously. I mean, even the music video that they had, the animation was so fun. Like, I feel like they didn't do enough with this Fierce line. It was almost like a spin-off of the idea of an OMG doll. Like, you know, just like higher, like just heightened, right? Like, just more of an extravagant take on a OMG doll. Like, it wasn't like, well, like, I guess we didn't really know what it was, so I guess that's why it didn't do as well. Like, we just didn't know, like, okay, what is this? Like, is it like just a what if scenario, like just a redesigned of what an OMG doll could be? So I don't know, maybe that's why it didn't do as well. And the price, obviously, I think series 1 was okay. Like, Lady Diva, Swag, Candylicious, Royal B, like Swag, Lady Diva are my favorites. Swag, yeah, and then Candylicious is really cute too. The sad glances were really amazing, but I think the pricing really dragged them down. And then Cleopatra, she was too expensive, and you definitely did not get enough for the price point to warrant being that high. So she was definitely just too expensive without a big reason. Like, basically she was too expensive because of the packaging, you know, which is not even like that practical to keep. So, but it's beautiful. Like, I do have my packaging. Am I gonna get rid of it now? I don't know. But yeah, like, she was just too expensive. And then now series 2 definitely could have turned things around. Like, series 2 would have changed the game. Series 2, Candylicious would have sold out. Kitty K would have done as well. Would have done well as well. So, you know, like, I think they would have brought life again back to Fierce, the Fierce OMG line. So it's kind of sad that MJ kind of just like they kind of like just canceled themselves without having to, right? Like, they could have just released series 2, you know, in smaller quantities perhaps. And if they did well, they would have seen that, you know, there is a demand for OMG Fierce. But I guess they really didn't want to take any chances. It really sucks because, you know, like Junior High, Shadow High, they were supposed to be discontinued as well, but they keep coming with more. So it's kind of weird how they keep making dolls of those lines, where as with Fierce, you know, they didn't. So it's like, why? I just don't understand. Like, what's the logic? But, you know, it's sad, but it is what it is. We can't do anything about it. And I guess it really sucks the most because they never announced the dolls themselves. Like, they never officially showed pictures of the dolls, so we can never truly see the dolls. Like, all we have are the leaked images, but they're not really supposed to be out there, right? Like, technically speaking, if they're not officially announced, officially released by MGA themselves, and they're technically not supposed to be seen. So technically speaking, we've never seen the dolls, right? So it kind of sucks because the artwork was amazing, you know, the designs were really strong with series 2, and now it's just never gonna happen. So yeah, no more Fierce dolls. I think we all had like dreams of like what other characters might look like in Fierce versions of themselves, right? So like Busy BB, you know, alt girl, independent queen from series 2, like a lot of series 2 characters, a lot of other characters from other series, people thought, oh, they would make great fierce versions of themselves, like fierce dolls. But now it's like, oh well, not gonna happen. So obviously speculation is that it probably just didn't sell enough and that's why they discontinued them. But what do you think about this cancellation of series 2 and the discontinuation of the fierce line? Why do you think it happened? Why do you think they really just pulled the plug without just releasing series 2 and seeing how it would go? Like they already had the dolls produced to some, like they already produced the dolls to some extent. Like they had a batch ready to, like some amount ready, right? Like if some of them were able to get out early and people bought them early or whatever, then they had enough to some degree, right? So like why not release what they had and then see if that did well and then make more, or then you can discontinue the fierce line. But it's just like, why pull the plug so early when they could have still done something about it? You know, they could have still like, you know, done series 2 and leave it at series 2. I don't know. It's definitely just disappointing because it had potential. Like the fierce line as, you know, itself, like it just had potential. It just had potential to be like what OMG dolls are, but for more of a adult audience. And you know, OMG dolls already have an adult fan base. Like I'm one of them, hello. But like, you know, like this is just would have been more of like a more mature, older take on OMG dolls, which is just so fascinating. So it had potential, but it just, I guess they didn't correctly utilize their potential. And unfortunately that led to the demise of OMG Fierce. But what do you think? Let me know down below. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and become a member today so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.